Hi guys, welcome to the 7th part of this CSS Jumpstart tutorial. And in this tutorial we're going to look at selector specificity. Right? I'm sure by now you would have been comfortable with the different types of selectors that we have, that is element selector, class selectors and ID selectors. And in this tutorial we're going to see which ones have more power over each other. Right? So basically, let me just show you quickly what I mean. All right, so if you notice in this HTML file over here, we have a header h2 tag and we have a paragraph, and you did notice something special over here. This paragraph has both a class of some text and ID of paragraph. Okay, so let's say we want to target this paragraph. We can do it in 3 different ways. We can target it using the element, or the class name, or the ID name, or a combination of both. Okay, but just to show you which of those have power over each other, that means which override which one, let me just quickly demonstrate. So say we select the paragraph using the element selector, and then we give it a let's say color of orange. Okay, all right, so we come back here, refresh, and the paragraph has a color of orange. Okay, so let's say we target the same paragraph in a separate place. So we target it using its class value. So the class has a value of some text, so we can target it using a period and then type some text over there. And if we give that same, we target it using element and then we apply the color property to it. So if we target it using class and you apply a color property to it, let's say a color of green. Okay, so by now you probably are guessing, are saying, what's wrong here? But let me just tell you, there's nothing wrong doing what we're doing here, but something special will happen. Let me see if you can guess it. And if I refresh, what should happen? Yes. All right, so the class selector has overridden the property applied by the p tag. Okay, so now let's select using the ID selector and let's see what's going to happen. So let's copy this. ID has a name of paragraph, and let's say hash paragraph. You remember that's how you select IDs. And let's say we're giving a color of purple. Okay, right, so excuse me, so what do you guess will happen if we refresh? We have purple. Okay, so there's just one lesson I want you guys to learn about this. The ID selectors have power over every other type of selector. Okay, and then next down the chain, the class selector has power over the element selector. All right, so just to demonstrate that this is how it is, let's just change the ordering. It doesn't matter, no matter where you have IDs, it will still override everything else. All right, so now that I'm in the browser, I'm refreshing and the ID element is still there. So let me just remove random ones. Let's say the class one, the ID should still persist. If I refresh, and the ID selector is still there. Okay guys, all right, so just one more type of a specificity that I want to show you, that is if you have an element, if let's say we have okay, we have the p tag here and we have the paragraph tag over here. So the more you combine selectors, the more power that they have. Let me just show you what I mean. Basically, you remember when I told you that you can combine a element selector and a class selector, or an element selector and ID selector. So you can do something like dot okay, not dot, let's say hash paragraph. So we want to combine the p selector and the hash paragraph. So let's say a paragraph with the ID of paragraph h, and guess what will happen in this case? We combine these two, so this selector here should have power over the ID. So since the ID has power over p, if we add p and the ID selector, it should have power over just the ID selector. So it should change the color of the paragraph to orange. So if we come here and we refresh, we have an orange. Okay, and likewise go for if this was let's say some text, and we come and combine the element selector and the class selector of some text here, we should still have the orange color applied to the paragraph. So we refresh, we have the orange color still with the paragraph. And just to demonstrate that that's how it is, let me just remove this now. Now the class selector should have power over the element selector, and if we refresh, it should go back to purple, which is what the class selector is applying to the paragraph. Okay, all right, so that's enough of CSS for this video, and thanks for watching, and please do rate and subscribe and share if this video was helpful to you. And as usual, this is Lamisani of LSWAT, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.